My name is Itumuleng Mabote from Ubutouch.
And what is Ubutouch?
Ubutouch is a form of access control for the house, for your home, that basically wants to open up the possibility of having to let goods and services in your home without you needing to be there.
So it's a bit like the Amazon proposal to let people into your house for deliveries.
Yes, and in a sense it's a bit different.
It's sort of yes and no, isn't it?
Yes, so the way in which we approach this is having to put more of like the trust element in having to do deliveries. So whereas Amazon uses a camera, which is a system, and you don't actually know the person that's actually coming in. We want to use a rating system and the ability, and a facial recognition system so that you can see who's coming in, you know who's coming in, and you have a better sense of trust instead of having to look at your phone whenever a delivery comes in.
So give me an example of how it would work for the person in the house.
So the way in which this works is that we have a smart lock and a few sensors that are placed around your home. So the guy would obviously be given access using our smart lock. He'll use facial recognition before he comes in, just to make sure that you know the person who's actually coming in. And then the sensor will then guide / prevent him from going to places where he's not supposed to go.
And it'll trigger an alarm if he goes into a room he's not supposed to be in.
Yeah, so it'll tell him he's not supposed to be there, give him some time, and then afterwards, if he's still there, it'll tell you that there's something. But obviously, it's all based on having to trust the person.
And give me an example of the sort of thing that it would do well.
So what we were targeting when we did this is that we wanted to open up a sense of like, we want to make it possible for you to have something like a chef come in to come and cook food for you. For somebody to come and decorate your house for your kid's surprise birthday party. So we wanted to create that level of trust and system within the house that you can do greater things than just deliveries, essentially.
But you could also do it with plumbers and people like that.
Yeah, so the way in which the app actually works right now is that, like, even right now, if somebody goes into a kitchen or whatever, because we got those sensors around your home, it triggers and then gives them a specific task that you want them to do. So that's why so it's basically allows for electricians and plumbers to be able to do the same thing, to actually be guided and be told exactly where to go to.
And how will the trust element work?
So, the first part of it is having to know exactly who's coming by, the facial recognition, and using the same elements of transferring trust that people already use on the internet, like internet platforms like Airbnb, where you see a rating, you see the comments of people that already have used that person before, and then you know, kind of a sense like, oh, he's good enough, he's done so many jobs and his rating is this good. So it's all about having to create that form of trust through the internet that people are already using right now for shopping and for Airbnbs.
And you're at the pilot stage, so how's that working?
So right now we're still developing our pilot stage and finishing off. We've got a few supply issues, but we're almost done with it. So we want to now start distributing to people's homes, 50 homes, and start testing and seeing how it's used, seeing the rate in which people use it, so that we can better understand the product and have it priced at the right amount.
And it's got a fingerprint recognition thing that you could simply use instead of having a key.
Yeah, so as it stands right now, in its most default state, without it actually having all the in-home service delivery and stuff, it functions as an alarm system. Alarm system that's coupled with a smart lock that has a biometric fingerprint sensor. So instead of having to go to your keypad once you open your house, rush to the keypad, all of it is done on the door lock. And even when you're leaving, you just using the fingerprint sensor. So in its default state, it functions as an easy to use security system, so that we take care of security.
As well as the other.
Yes, as well as.
And you'll be looking for funding?
Yeah, so currently right now we're looking for funding so that we can actually start with the pilot program, so we can distribute it out to homes. So we're looking for 500 to 600,000 Rand worth of funding.